got somebody weed eating real loud right now, so hopefully it's not too loud. Good morning. I hope everyone's doing good and everything. Welcome to part 15 of our read through of Healing Wise by Susun Weed. We are so close to be finishing the Wise Woman tradition, and might finish it today. Don't know. So let's see. Hi Pansy. Hi Heather. I got your email, Julie. So thank you. My plan is to I'll send you the deck, and then I'll work on the Etsy shop order and stuff like that. So but I got all your picks and stuff. So yay! Forest is here. Like I was saying earlier, they may start weed eating or mowing again, so hopefully hope not to. Oh no, definitely not. So yeah, we might finish the Wise Woman tradition today. We've got like 2 little sections, and that's it, which is great. So I did like your itemized list. I did. It was great. It was very organized. So yes. Thank you. Oh, Heather says I've harvested some nettles this morning, but not any tea yet. That's cool, Heather. I as well have not had any tea yet. So but the homework was to, you know, you can make tea or just get out and like find some nettles. So I got it chopped and need to dry. Oh, you dry yours in the fridge, or you're just doing this to do it like fast? Because I haven't on the top of the fridge. Oh, on top of the fridge. Oh, so that maybe possibly out of the way of the cats. Because I know that I would probably have to dry my stuff like either hanging. Oh, it's warm up there. Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, I still want to do some nettle tea. But it's been kind of crazy. I don't know. I just haven't gotten any, and I just have to buy it and make it. Handy says, don't go outside a lot, so no ideas if there's any nettles nearby. That's okay. Whenever you get a chance, and everything, you could always just make some nettle tea. I don't think you were in last week's book club. And so we decided for homework we would just like get out and like either make some nettle tea or find some nettles and stuff like that, since we were reading about nettles And I went over how to make a tea. But you know, no pressure. You're not getting graded, so it's all good. Since I read it's not best to harvest when in flower, but I did anyway. Oh yeah, the cats too. I'm gonna harvest some pine to make Florida water. Ooh, that sounds great. Pansy, that sounds great. I think it's just, Heather, I think the reason why you don't want to harvest when the flower is because it's already like sent its energy to the flowers and it's not as much in the leaves anymore. And I think it also can change the taste. So it might make it bitter. Yeah, has to do a lot with calcium and bladder stones. The nettle. And I actually don't know if you can eat the. There isn't that much talk about nettle flower. Let's see if it says anything about it here. The chemicals in the nettles. Yeah, I would agree with that. Stalks. Leaves, seeds, roots, sting. The flowers are very nondescript. So it doesn't say anything about the flowers. So I don't know. You know, but I would say, you know, don't include them when you make your tea. Just do the leaves, unless you can find out if it's okay to make a tea from the flowers as well. Maybe read about the best time to harvest. Yeah, so the best time to harvest. So if you want to eat nettles, like if you want to make a soup or you want to use it as a greens, oh, the flowers are fine. Okay, cool. I just, you want to harvest that in the spring, like with the tops. So there's going to be some new young growth on the nettles, and you want to just get the tops because those would be like the most tender. And once you cook it or do anything to it, the sting goes away, so you don't have to worry about the sting. And I would say for tea, then you would just wait, like a month or so before it flowered. And then you would just cut a bunch off, and so it'll be taller. And then what I do is I just cut at the bottom, and I usually just tie it up and hang it, and then I take the leaves off once it's dry. Hey, Tangerine, how are you? Flowers are fine. Pansy, maybe make it sweeter with flowers only. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yes, I only did tops or usually before picking. That's good. That's very, very it's a good idea, before you go and after, of course, you've identified the plant you are gonna harvest. You should, go and research like when to harvest the part of the plant that you want to harvest, and then sometimes even like if you don't know what parts are used, because like certain parts of a plant are not used. And then some plants like dandelion, the whole plant is used. You know. Tangerine, still in bed, just woke up, gonna roll out of bed and make some coffee. Sounds good, Tangerine. We just sort of started. We're talking about our plant nettle. We haven't gotten to the reading yet. So I wanted to make I think everyone here knows a lot about. Hand me a cup, Tange. I know, right? If you had a bladder issue, then it would potentially be an issue. Might take. For the can you add some more to that, Heather? I'm not quite sure. So you're saying that nettle is good for calcium and bladder stones. It does have a lot of calcium in it. Yeah. We can just skip on and talk about nettles right now, and then do the reading afterwards if y'all want to do that. So, I mean, one of the best ways to do the minerals is to make a vinegar, which we talked about. But I think you also get a lot of the the minerals in the teas or tinctures. So, oh, I wanted to show you guys. So this is the I've been working on coloring, and I just did a little simple color of the nettle in the Healing Wise book. So if anyone wants to color along with me, feel free. I'm gonna post it to the Facebook group, and I didn't ever finish the violet one yet, so I'm a little behind. But I did finish the nettle. So oh, okay. Heather says, if I had bladder issues, I would not drink the nettle tea I harvested, but I don't have bladder issues. That's good. That's good. Well, it is a little I know that it's slightly diuretic, which makes you pee. So that is why, like, I have some issues that affect my bladder. So that's why I have a hard time drinking it, because it makes me want to pee more. But it is good for many things, and I'm kind of struggling, and I'm kind of still, like, I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm still feeling very depleted in my health. And so I was like, well, maybe I should, like, try to drink some nettles. I love it. It's very tasty. It's very amazing with honey. It really does cut that green flavor. I mean, some people might really like it as well, but I mean, it's just so yummy with honey. I could drink. It tastes like candy to me. So better in than out hands. Yeah. That's what I say. Definitely. All right. So you guys want to do that? You want to jump right into nettles and then pick up with the end of the wise women tradition? Yeah, asparagus. Yes. Doesn't it make your pee stinky? I think it's supposed to do that. Asparagus is tinge. So let me know. So we're on this nettle roll. Oh yeah, slightly green pea. That would be interesting. On a fun fact, I take a pill that makes my poop green. So there's that. I think it's a supplement. So I think it's got a lot of green things. It's a green pill. Oh yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I don't care what color it is, just as long as out is better than in, everyone. Stinging nettles. Okay, here's some fact. Heather put up a link. Looks like some information about stinging nettles. If I eat too much black licorice, that happens to you? Oh. The page has a lot of good info. Okay, so everyone just remember to check out that page that Heather has posted. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, so I put it up, but if I click on it, I might go away. So I used to eat it, black licorice. We used to get like the really long strips when I lived in New York, and then also the red as well. I wish it was made from real licorice because that is really good for your digestion. But I don't think it's made from real licorice anymore. Yeah, black licorice tea. All right, yeah, let's jump into nettles. So we did Singing Nettles Speaks last time. This is a little page before it. And its Latin name is Urtica dioica. That is the Latin name for stinging nettles. And that's the stinging nettles. And it's pronounced, here's like trying to so that is, the accent is over. Oh, that's okay. We don't have a real format here, guys. So, I mean, it's a fluid format. I'm doing how to pronunciate this. Pronunciate. Yes. So that is sort of the, whoops. Yeah. There you go. That is the nettles. It probably will help someone with the pronunciation of it. And we're going to be on page 167. We're going to talk about nettle facts. I mean, we can switch it up. Let's switch it up today. Sure. So it's part of a club is to chat and share information. That's right, Patsy. That is what we're doing. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, which, I'm pretty good at that. But I like talking to you guys. Of course, I turned it into a song, and now I'm dancing. Is it a pea song? Did you write a green pea song? Get up and dance. Woohoo! Let's see. So so apparently the Greek of the nettle name means urine, the first part, and let's see. So it means urine, and then the second half of the name means into houses. Okay. The English common names are stinging nettles, stingers, wild spinach, plaything, devil leaf. That are the English names. It has a lot of uses. Fiber uses. Nettles may have been cultivated in Mexico as early as 8,000 years ago. Her fiber is used as paper pulp and is spun and woven into strong thread. 50 times stronger than cotton, almost as strong as silk. So that is true that nettles can be turned into a fiber. We just don't use it as that anymore, but it's really kind of like a resource that we could go back and use, and they grow everywhere, and they're very prolific. I've seen like huge hillsides covered in nothing but nettles. I think all it would take is like a machine to be invented where you could do it more easily. I've heard it was time consuming. But yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So let's see, dyes, various shades of green from the leaves and stalks, quite permanent, yellow from the roots, decocted with alum. So that's how. Food uses, spring pot herb is avidly sought by old wives in the know. Medical uses, commonly available in Europe, America, and Australian specialty shops as dried cut herb or in prepared hair lotions. I affectionately call mine son of a bitch. Is that your name for your nettles? Soil uses, incredible soil enricher, add to compost heap, brew into plant food, grow in your garden as a boom companion to tomatoes and aromatic herbs. Animal uses, favorite farmland fodder and food supplement, dried for dairy animals and poultry, good disinfectant, wash for stalls. The habitat, rich wet soil, often near people, barnyards, gardens, stream sides. The natural range is temperate Eurasia, current range from the Yukon of North America through Mexico and Central America to South America, even to the Andes, Sweden, Russia, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. So it's got quite a range. Green manure tea, yeah. And I think it's also used for a compost in biodynamic farming. Toxicity. Externally, nettle sting is intense but short-lasting, except in some tropical species where the pain may last for years. Okay, that's new. Common nettle stings itch and burns for a few minutes to several hours, turns the skin red temporarily, and raises an occasional small blister. Internally, there's a small chance of adverse reactions such as nausea, a burning sensation in the digestive system, or hives from fresh nettle preparations. I have never had any of those reactions. Really haven't heard of anybody who's had them, but I guess it's good to know. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have any of those tropical nettles here because that would suck. Use of plants that are or were flowering increases the risk of adverse effects. Okay, Heather, so this one says that maybe you should not put the flower in there, but or just says it increases the risk of having like reaction. So best Best identified, deeply grooved stem, transparent short hairs on stalks and leaf underside, blue-green opposite serrated leaves like a giant mint. Cool. Awesome. These, yes, there are a mix of options. Yeah, yes, there are mixed opinions on the effect of flowering nettles. Heather, it does seem like that. I would just have a 1 cup and see what happens. It sounds like you're not gonna, if you, unless you've had it before when it was flowering. It doesn't say don't do it. It just says that there might be a reaction. So know thyself, right? Yeah. It's saying, it's not like don't eat arnica. It's poisonous. It's not saying that. So, but I know you do your research, Heather. So, no, it would be, mixture for tea. Oh, okay. So that even lessens the chance of anything going to happen because it's not even all going to be nettles. So, yeah. There's a kitty here. He finally calmed down. He was just swatting at the screen for like hours. So cool. All right. So not going to do the nettle weed walk. Wait until next week. We're going to pop over, and I might pop back to nettles. And did I bookmark? Yeah. And there's a section about nettles in this book, which is always fun. So, oh, thank you. And I'm sure I think there might be nettles in this book, which we read about our violets on. This is published by the same company that does Susun Weed's book, so I'm pretty sure it has. I can do alphabets, so there's a lot to read on that plant. Okay. And yep. So this one has nettle as well. So and always some really good information. So okay. So we're gonna go back and to page 38, and I just want to tell you guys that I'm still feeling not so great. I think all of this is like kind of PMS. I don't even know, but it's the past couple of weeks. It's been like kind of funky, so I don't, with my digestion. So I don't know. It's kind of sucky. So I'm hoping that I will get my period and then come out the other side and be on a better track. So yeah, glad to be past PMS, Patsy. Yeah, it's once I start my period, everything is like the period makes everything flow really well. It gets things moving. I tend to kind of get sort of stuck, and my body's like, I don't want to move, and like literally. So, but I'm hoping by the time that I go through that change, that I will be able to move myself much more easily. Yes, Heather. Yes, Heather says I get. I'm not. You get constipated before your period. Yeah, I've had similar issues and things just don't flow as well. And that, yeah, definitely. That's probably part of the issue. It's just harder to eliminate. So, yay. Woo, you'll be 50 in a week, Heather. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Yay. What day is your... I do not have kids. I don't. Yeah, just wasn't in the cards. I have kitties. Yeah, my cats and my kids. It's true. It's true. They're perpetual, like 3-year-olds. They're 3-year-olds, but that's okay. Well, August. Okay, that's awesome. That makes it more special. I've been reading. I got the book on tape for Weave the Liminal for the Mad Witch's book club, and she's talking about the holidays and that certain times of the year can be like more special for you, especially if like it falls on like, you know, around your birthday or something like that. So Candy says, just asking, my parents got better after kids. Oh, well, that's a nice side effect. Yeah, no, they seem to be getting kind of worse as I get older, but you know, I'm almost like, so I'm 41. I'll be 42 in October. So, but so I'm almost, you know, I'm pretty much past having kids, you know, myself. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe there's some kid out there who needs a good home, but right now we're not quite able to provide that. So I don't know. Just see. But I'm still processing that whole topic. But that's sort of where I'm at. My cousin is today, he's turned 52. Well, happy birthday to your cousin. He's almost 10 years older than me. So, no, a little more. But yes, I can't believe I'm almost 42. So, adoption is a wonderful thing. Yeah, I agree, Heather. But we just have to have the monetary means and also the emotional, you know, means and to be able to do that. I think it's not like we have a lot of love, but we have a lot of stuff that we are dealing with. So, you know, and but yeah, and then, you know, and I definitely would like to adopt like an older kid. Yeah, so, but we'll see. Sort of one of those things where I feel like it could or not, and I just don't know. Tangerine, well, Junebug, when my spaceship comes, Max doesn't want to go with me, so I could drop him off, space beam you, yeah? Yeah, sure. Drop him off. Drop him off. Although, you know, hopefully it'll be when we actually have like a house and we can have a room for him. So, you know, no, Pansy, no, the subject didn't upset me at all. I just it didn't. It's just it's like I want to say things about it, but I'm not. I'm like, so it's like it didn't upset me at all. It's actually good to talk about it and stuff like that. So you know, I mean, sometimes life, like sometimes sometimes things happen in your life, and I've had a lot of health issues, and you know, and I'm actually working on being like taking care of myself because I'm terrible at that, and I think that that is an important step into therefore translating that to take care of someone else. So I'm just like a late bloomer in that aspect. So, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. 23 is totally great. You know, totally great. And I'm sure we will have a house by then. Because the plan is to start sort of looking next year. So, he can take care of himself. He can have a room. He can, you know, whatever. It'll be great. So, ooh, kitty. Alrighty. I mean, I would be honored. So, all right. So we're gonna go and read about. You had your kids when you were young, Pansy. Yeah, my mom had me when she was 28. So not they waited a while. But I remember some people. I mean, one of my friends had a child in high school, so sometimes my other son is like, "Yes, mom. When your spaceship comes, come get me, LOL." Okay, so your other son is down with it, Tangerine. Well, you know, I mean, Max might change his mind, you know, when that happens. So you were 18 and 20, and yeah. And they're both great teachers, so I need at least one with me, LOL. Well, hopefully you can come and visit the other one, because I know, like, being apart from your kids it's hard. My mom is like, anyway, it's hard because my family's in Texas, and that's quite a long way from me. It's like a good 2 days drive, so it can be tough. Kids are 34 and 32. So they're all grown up now, aren't they, Pansy? Yeah, my brother's 4.5 years younger than me, and I think my husband's gonna be 34, so he's 8 years younger than me. I'm not technical. Yeah, sometimes I'm not either. Oh, Tangerine. Grandsons 10, 3, and 1. Well, congratulations on being a grandma. I know my mom was super excited, and that's one of the reasons why they moved to Texas to be grandparents, and they love it. And they've started like babysitting all the neighborhood kids. So my mom like periodically takes a picture, and there's this gang of kids in their living room like hanging out, and it's fantastic. You could tell like she loves it. I mean they I think they, you know, they're in the 70s, so it is tiring, but they just, I think my mom just totally loves taking care of the kids. And she used to teach 5th grade, so like that's right in her wheelhouse, those, you know, age elementary school kids and everything else. He says, maybe I can find a spaceship that drives itself like on the movie Flight of the Navigator with the voice of Pee Wee. I'm sure you could program it to that, you know, to talk like Pee Wee Herman. That's a great movie. I love that movie. You were my age when you became a grandma. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, my mom just, because my brother had a child late in life, so like, they became grandparents kind of late in life, and so it just depends. But I mean, um, it's interesting, and how everyone varies so much on when these life events happen for everybody. Some people are younger, some people are older. There's a lot of variation. That's neat. People think of the average age, or like, oh, you're supposed to be like, because I'm like mom age, but I technically don't have any children except my kitties, and then anyway, so it's just interesting. um and then I've always done things sort of not when society's like, oh, you're supposed to do them. So my gosh, it's a ramble today. So anyone who's watching the replay, we are having a ramble. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. We will get to the wise woman tradition, but just letting you know that it's a ramble today. My older is 26 and she's not having kids. Trust me, it's a good thing. I'm torn. I'm definitely torn, because part of me wants children, and I don't know, like, yes, come on, Hoy. He's turning around. Yes, I know you're turning around. It's very important. Yeah, so part of me wants children, but I don't know, like, which part. Like, it's just like a biological, because I'm a woman, or like, is it just because like I'm a woman and I'm like socially brought up to believe that I'm supposed to have kids? So I'm not sure, but I know it's when I think about what I put my mom through, sometimes I'm like, wow, it's a lot. And she's still there for me all the time, like, and I'm really appreciative, and I'm really fortunate, I feel like, especially when I had to go live with them for like 5 months and my life kind of fell apart. So let's see. Sorry, I called the library to check on getting Weed the Liminal. Were you able to get it, Heather? Did they have it? It's good. I decided to get it on tape because I could listen, like, while I was running, or at night when I was doing yoga, or in the car, because I'm also reading Susun Weed's new book, and I don't have actually a lot of time to just read. So I think it's good, although I'm not, like, I've not read, would be my first book like that. So, and sometimes it's easier for me to listen and absorb that specific time of information. Although if I like zone out for a second and come back, I've lost the train. I'm like, what's this going on? Pansy, you got married at 28. Okay, so you had your kids first. I got married like last year. So, but we've been together for like 13 years. Okay, I'm drinking my coffee and having a smoke break. My lips are zipped for at least a few minutes. All right, Tangerine, enjoy your break. This isn't everyone to have a child yet. Some people know that they don't want kids at all. Some people, it takes them a little while to just figure that out. And for me, I think like I said, if I've got my ducks more in a row and I'm able to do that, then I think I would maybe like to explore adopting. But if I don't, then I won't, because you can't just you know, especially, and then my cousin adopted 2 children, and they were older kids, and they did have some you know, some issues because of they were older, they went through the system, and but you know, she's fantastic with them, and they're it's so cool. So I felt encouraged that I do know a relative that's been through that, and I can always talk to her. You know, if we were ever like, okay, this is something we want to do. So, oh, you got married on your birthday. That's awesome. Our kind of official anniversary, not we got married in June, but like our official like anniversary is like the end of October, and my birthday is the beginning of October. And it was really funny because my mom was like, "Are you ready to like meet someone else?" And on my birthday, like we were at the movies, and I was like, "Yes." And then like literally like 20 days later, and walks this person into my life and has been there ever since. So that was pretty awesome. It says witchcraft on it. My local library won't order because I'd be the only person after check. I'm gonna have to buy my copy from Amazon. Oh, yeah, it's like $14. I love the cover. That's unfortunate, Heather. Can they do like an interlibrary loan? Do you have like, because like my library can like get a book from another part of the state? That might be an option, you know, somewhere where like maybe they would have it, and because that might be an option. So you don't have to buy it if you don't have the, you know, the funds. I'm so grateful for my kids and wouldn't change a thing, but I'm not having more. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. It, you know, it's you need the energy. You need the. I do. Yeah. Oh, my birthday, Heather. It's October 8th. So not yet. Not yet. So much for being quiet. Well, good try, Tangerine. It's okay. A for effort. You can be quiet now if you'd like. One copy in the whole state, and they won't send it? Oh, that's terrible. Pansy. My sister's is October 7th. Oh, that's awesome. I love sharing birthdays or next or close birthdays. Yes, it means she's a Libra. Yay, Libras! Woohoo! What's the name of the book? I'll keep my eyes open. It's Weave the Liminal, and we're reading it for Mad Witch's book club. And I don't know. Oh, I can spell it. It's fairly new, Tangerine, but that doesn't mean it won't pop up. So, I'm gonna type it in as soon as this kitty do. So. Leave it liminal. Yeah, I think I got that right. Yep. Oops. I was gonna find out the author, but anyway. The author did a book on sigil making, which I was interested in. I think I saw it at my local witchy store, but I did not get it. But and I was like, oh, the same author. That's cool. I'm going to order it after this. live stream, Tangerine. Yeah, that's too bad, Heather. What? I'm pretty sure that I would be able to get it. From my area. Too bad they don't do interstate loans. Because here in Asheville, we are a hotbed of heathenism. So we got everything here, all mushed up in the soup of all kinds of practices over here. So you need to move. Yeah. Oh, it just seemed nice, and it's not quiet here though. But you can move, like there's beautiful. I think the land is similar to where you are. It's because you're not that far. So and you could always even like 30 minutes out from Asheville, it's just beautiful land, and then you could pop into town if you wanted to, and the city is not actually really big, and we have all these people moving here to have Asheville be their second home, and from New York and California, so that's good and difficult. So I have it up on my computer, Tinge. Thank you. I can download an app from my library, an Audible book. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I should look up and see if my library will do that. Because Audible, when you get audiobooks, is very expensive. I mean, I was just like, okay. It's the same price of the book. Sometimes more. So, yeah. I mean, Heather, I'm sorry. I'm jumping around, but Heather, I wouldn't mind if you moved closer. To warn you, though, this town is pricey. And you, Handy. Yes, I will check out that. I'll check out the library thing. Oh, we could share some land. I would love that. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. And then we could have enough land where you could have your little cottage house, and then over here I could have mine, because my husband likes to be kind of not close to anybody, even though we're close to people now. But it would be close enough, and then we could just walk. That would be fun. I would like that, or whatever combination that works out. That would be awesome. So it's a borrowing app connected to my library called Hoopla. Ooh. Let me write that down so that I can see if my library has it. Yeah, that's awesome. That would be so cool. Go Library is coming into the now. My cottage house, I need privacy. Cool. So we're in agreement on that, but we have enough. So yeah. Oh, with an L. Blah. LA. All right. Might be called something different where I am, but I'll still look it up. Yeah, Tangerine, you had it. It was cool. Awesome. I garden in my underwear, so no one wants to see. Well, at least you're comfy, right? Oh. I mean, the house we're probably going to get right now, there won't be any. I mean, actually, I have no idea if there's going to be land attached to it. So, yeah, who knows? So it's basically like a skinny girl. Whoa, Pansy says you get to borrow 8 to 10 titles a month. That is a lot. I don't even know if I could go through that many audiobooks in a month. One's basically like a skinny girl in a bikini. But the cows are watching. Is that why I think the we have the same figures, though we can relate to Angela. Well, I still don't wear bikinis, so never liked them. I got me a pair of boy shorts, which are awesome. And I need a new top, though, because my top is, like, disintegrated. So, but I love those. And they have pockets in them, and they dry like that. And I'm just like, that's all I want. You can borrow from different formats, music, movies, books, TV shows. That's so great. You have an awesome library, Pansy. Yeah, I definitely have to see. Because my county is like the biggest one in the state. All right. I'm going to read some of this because I got to get off by 1. So, but I've been really enjoying this ramble. It's been awesome. Books and cows and kids and what else? I don't know. All kinds of stuff. Cats, grandkids, aliens, Tangi's spaceship. It's been a lot of fun. So, fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, the fun's not ending. But, so it looks like the fun's not ending. It's just, just doing a little different fun. Oh, you're welcome. So now everyone can. We'll take a break from chatting and we'll listen to Miss Susun Weed ramble some as well. So we're reading The Wise Woman Tradition is a Simple Approach. That's on page 38. So hey B, welcome. Welcome. We're just about to read our section on the Wise Woman Tradition. We've been rambling. So if you want a good ramble, I suggest watching the replay. We've been totally off topic, but it's been fun. So, yeah. Simple means easy. Simple means common. Simple means the Wise Woman Tradition. Sorry, simple means single. The Wise Woman Tradition is easy and singular and very common, and herbally. The Wise Woman Tradition urges simples. In a simple, one herb alone is used. An infusion of oat straw, a tincture of dandelion, or a poultice of chickweed is a simple. Simples are usually as effective as compound remedies, far less expensive, and their quality is more easily judged. Using simples has the added advantage of self-teaching the effects of single herbs in your body. A wise woman midwife, for instance, finds birthing tinctures containing many herbs less reliable than a single tincture of blue cohosh alone, or even blue cohosh, ginger, and black cohosh given simultaneously, but from individual tinctures. The green gifts of Mother Earth are individual, singular, unique. They each carry a specific wholeness in the form and energy that must suit the particular plant, but they contain as well a multitude of lesser abilities. By using simples, we give ourselves a chance to encounter these subtleties in each plant. So, and that's why she only, includes a few herbs. And I know that she does encourage everyone to well, I'm going to read more, but she does encourage everyone to study one herb at a time. But for me, that is hard because I want to know all of them, and there's so many, and so I have short attention span. Using simples, we experience the uniqueness of each herb. Using simples, we are stretched to become allies, deep friends with each herb. They become our friends in the same ways other beings do, with attention, with love, with care and connection, with time spent together alone. We come to know, cherish, honor all aspects of each green ally by being closely and simply together without distraction. The wise woman may have only a very small group of allies, sometimes only one plant ally. This is a part of her invisibility. Simple is invisible. She learns through the use of simples the ways of her green allies, just as she learns her very own ways, her strengths and vulnerabilities, her harshness and softness, her predictabilities and eccentricities. She becomes intimate, so allied with these herbs that a handful of them, 13 or so, suffice for helping her integrate health, wholeness, holiness. Look, it's a cat. It's another cat. Hi, kitty. Come to pay us a visit? You come to beg for food? This is Eugene. Yes. Let's see how good he's gonna be. You got a minute? You want me to? Here. Let's move these books. These books for you. Will you sit down? Or are you gonna be a jerk? All right, we'll see what he does. Yes. Yeah, they're both white. So this is both Horace and Eugene, and they're brothers. So, are you gonna be good? Maybe. Oh, you want to go over here? Okay. He's gonna. Okay. Hey, that's my seat. Come on. Okay, you can share. No. He's not deaf. They I think the white kitties with the blue eyes are supposed to be deaf, but they have green eyes. So, or yellow. What do you have? Is it yellow? They're yellow. Yes. I mean, not all white ones are. These two definitely are not. So, but It's not enough for him to sit by me, in the chair next to me. He literally has to sit in my chair with me. My mom had twin white cats, one with one blue eye and each in one green eye, and they were both deaf and dumb. Oh, that's so cute. That's so awesome, Tangerine. No, I guess it varies. I'll have to ask the vet next time I'm there. Um, you know, what is the deal with that? Um, how common is that? So, all right, buddy. We're gonna read some more, okay? Yes. I know. He likes this. This is cute. Look at. Uh-huh. This is his favorite. Besides his tummy. Oh my gosh. I found the It's the spot. It's the spot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at him. He's in heaven. Yes, you are. And he likes to butt his head against me, and he really loves his head scratched. So let's see. She becomes so intimate, so allied with these herbs that a handful of them, 13 or so, suffice for helping her integrate health, holiness with the problem at hand, no matter what the problem is, her lifelong. How long does it take to make a friend? Start with a year. Choose the herb you want to be friends with. Not an exotic herb, but a local one. A common plant, a simple weed. Visit, sing with, draw, gather, eat. Experience your herb as often as you can. Each day is not too much. Not just in the day, at night too. Not just in the sun, in the rain too. Not just in the spring and summer, in the autumn and winter too. Keep notes. Write down what you see, smell, hear, feel, experience with this ally to be. Invite your herb into your dreams. Introduce your other friends and your family. Invite your green friend to your parties and celebrations. Read about your herb. Ask other people about their experiences with this plant ally. Sleep together. Become available to the emotive force, the physical power, and the holiness of this green ally. Notice what nourishment is available to this plant and what nourishment it chooses. What are the needs of your ally? Can you hear, sense, feel, know within yourself what is needed? You are becoming friends. Ask your new green friend to help you. Rest in her strengths. Make use of her abilities. Call upon your friend. Ask for exactly what you need. Now you're becoming allies. In the wise woman way, we are all herbalists, for we all eat the plants of the earth. The wise woman herbalist allies herself with plants that are local and common. Open your door, and there is your ally, waiting to be seen, heard, and cherished. Yes, even if you live in the city. Health, wholeness, holiness, the wise woman way is simple. All right. So yeah. And I agree with her. That sounds like a really good way to learn the plants. But it's hard to just learn just one at a time for me. And I think it'd be cool to take a month and study one plant. Of course, if I had a bunch of time, or you could do 2 plants at once. I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be a speedy process and stuff like that. I think it's supposed to be a slow process. You're really trying to learn the plant. Heather says, I'm like you, I want to learn them all. Yeah, I'm so, and then I've got ADD and sometimes I'm a little impatient. Some things I'm super patient with, but I really think that like the only way to learn something is to actually just learn it, and that takes time. So, all right. So, we've got one more section in the Wise Woman tradition to read. It's Wise Woman, Witch Doctor, and Green Witch. And then we, I think I might type a lot of typing, but I really want to somehow either take a picture and post these resources because they're really great. So, and then we will start the heroic tradition. So possibly next week, we will start the heroic tradition. Woo! So, and then, can you scan them and post in the post? I can scan them actually. Yeah. My printer does scans, so I could scan them in for everyone and then post it onto the Facebook page, and that might be a good way to do the recipes too. Although I have to figure out how to do the scanning again. So, but all right. So this talks like very briefly about like men in the Wise Woman tradition. I think most of the stuff is about women, and then at the end here she does talk a little bit about how a man would maybe function in the Wise Woman tradition. I'm saying that funny, but how they can connect, some ways they can connect with their inner woman. And I think that part of the reason they would go through some of this stuff is because they've been sort of, the feminine side, they haven't been socialized to connect with their feminine side. And, everyone has I believe everyone has a feminine and a masculine side. And so it's interesting. That's page 40. Thank you, Heather, for the Facebook group link. Well, and then you get into weird stuff like these traits are just were assigned to like the gender roles, and they're not necessarily like, men should be strong and women have a softer side. Like, and in fact, there's a lot to like sort of maybe unpack about this section, and I don't know if I don't know. Sorry. So I think that since we have those weird like assigned gender roles that we struggle with because yes, Kitty. Yes, I know. What are you that in order for men to sort of connect more with their feminine side and therefore connect more with the Wise Woman tradition, they would go through these steps. But if we had a more fluid society, we have not those gender, those traits assigned to genders that we grew up with, they probably wouldn't need to do this. So but this is at the end of this bit that I'm talking about, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So the Wise Woman tradition is natural to women, but not limited to women. Men can be wise women too. Anyone can come to know the wise woman within. Anyone can learn to recognize the wise woman in all beings. This is the wise woman way. A woman whose life is spent in the wise woman way may call herself or be known as a witch. Witches heal. Those whose special love is the plants or the green nation are known as green witches. Men, of course, may be known as witch doctors when they follow the wise woman way. Witches heal. Witches are not now, nor were they ever involved in anything other than the preservation of life and joy. Their blissful delight in life and insistence on honoring the life giver, life nourisher, the Mother Earth, earned witches the, and I don't know this word, I'm assuming it's the ire of the Catholic Church, which insisted that life came only from the Father, and that life and the body were full of suffering. Witches honor the male principle in the form of the horned animal. How ironic that religions which claim to honor the male cast this image as the very image of the devil, evil incarnate. Pan, horned and hoofed man of the European witches, is full of fun and music, not fire and brimstone, although he does have a reputation for being hot. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's been quite the party today. A woman learns to be a wise woman by living her life with attention. When she accepts the cloak of her holiness, deeply compassionate for her own holiness and chaos, and loves herself, she knows herself as wise woman. Each month's day in the menstrual hut adds to her power and wisdom. At menopause, she becomes the crone, ancient one, keeper of the wisdom. She is bender and shaper of stories and realities, keeper of wisdom. She is a witch. A witch is a woman of power. Katie, come on, buddy, come on. Yeah, it's this word, and let's see. Yeah, that is the word, and it's not ire. Yeah, he wants food. So we used to leave them food out all the time, but for health reasons we had to switch them to, they're having urinary issues. We had to switch them to a specific food, and they can't eat it all the time. They had to eat it at specific times. So so now he just, whines. Come on, buddy. I'll be right back. Be right back. So, nourish on criticism or this films, then the critical, censure. Okay. Yeah, it's a new word. Just threw in a new word for me. Harsh criticism. Yeah. Thank you, Heather and Pansy. So I sort of got the context right, but not quite, because ire really means anger. But I guess harsh criticism could be anger as well. A green witch is allied with the green growth of the earth. A green witch is a wise woman whose own heart is as green as the heart of the earth. A green witch is one of the colors of the rainbow of witches, rainbow of wise women, rainbow of women of power. Witch doctor is presently a derogatory word. Shaman is used instead. Read shaman as she-man. The actual deviation of the word is far from it. And remember that these are men who are connected to their own wise women within. Men of all cultures who desire to be powerful, train to become wise women. The wise woman way is not a natural thing in their lives, so they have to learn to copy women's ways and invent special ones to find the woman within, who must be present before any man can provide or even support optimum nutrition for health, wholeness, holiness. Medicine man or medicine woman. Yeah, so I'm not sure about this whole section. And I feel like, I feel like it needs, like, she's not going that, it needs to, there's more to all of this. Like, I feel like there's stuff missing. Like, and I also feel like personally that a man doesn't necessarily have to find his woman within to be nurturing. So I guess I sort of disagree, but I just feel like if she's going to be maybe talking about, I don't know, I just feel like it needs more. Yeah, more in depth. Yes, definitely. And this is like the sort of like the last bit in the wise woman tradition that we're going to go over, sort of like a wrap up, but it's a little odd tacked on section. B, I didn't know the word. Which actually was a no go. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know either. But I feel like this section, like, definitely, like, for me, I would need to sort of research more on it. And, you know, so I guess I'm kind of upset that, like, this little part is like the end of the wise woman tradition part, because there's so much good stuff she said. You know, and I think she could have had a larger part on here, but I think I've gone a bit rambly, guys. All right. But if you have a gentleman who wants to connect with their inner female side more, because we do live in the society, these are some things that he can do, and I think that they're great, actually. So some of the ways a man can find his wise one within is honor and protect all women, sit alone in a dark place like a cave, sit alone on a high point and cry out, act out pregnancy, birth, or menstruation, sweat, and then fast and pray. And it says to me that the word witch gets no respect. In general, Heather, yeah. Well, it's definitely like a word that has a lot of history to it, and I can see why we have some ways to go to sort of free that word from its some of its historical connotations that it's, you know, picked up in general in the world, in my state. Yeah. Yeah, I think that people are working to change it. What time is it for you there? It is 12:54. 12:54. We might not stop by 1, but you too. Okay, so you're on the Eastern Standard Times. Women should not have any We shouldn't? Or you're saying that's the sentiment? It's definitely something that I've struggled with. So these ideas about, yeah. Oh, sarcastic. I thought so. I didn't think you were being, you know, as a fact, Heather. So yes, definitely. We shouldn't. No. Mm-mm. Can't handle nothing. 18 hours. Woo! So that's 1,800 hours. What is that, like 7 p.m.? 6 p.m. Thank you. Okay, I was close. 6 p.m. Right, because you're in Europe. You're in, yeah. I think you're my only UK person who joins us. You know, I know it's kind of an odd time for everyone over there because most people are like working on Thursdays and stuff like that. Yeah, England. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, okay. Woo! They are. You're in the future. I hope the future is awesome. So, all right, I'm gonna finish this bit, and then we'll probably have to go because I'm starting to get all wankadoo. You know. So, attention to the care of all women brings men into alignment with his female principle in a natural and visible way. Sitting in a cave, sweat lodge, or other small dark place, the man re-enters the mother's womb. The man enters the void. In the dark, no sound but his own breathing, no food, no water. The mother comes to him. She shows him visions of creation and visions of disillusion. If he is open, she enters, and he knows the wise woman within and becomes capable of giving nourishment and resonating wholeness. High above, even the flight of the hawk, he sits, crying his need with a voice or with spirit. How to be whole, how to be nourished. She appears as her consort. He shares her power, the power to create, the power to include all, the power to weave the strands into a pattern that enrich all. The sweat lodge follows the way of the moon lodge. In cultures where the wise woman tradition persists, the men train to find their wise woman within, while the women are in the menstrual lodge. One tale has it that the Native American sweat lodge was given to the men to still their jealousy of the women's moon time. Right. So that's pretty funny. I'm got canning to do cucumbers, pepper, radish, and tomatoes. Nice, Heather. Yes, it's, I agree. A true male embraces his feminine side. Max embraces his. Her name is Debbie, and she's fierce. Girl power. Woo! Go, Max. Yeah, I would say my husband is very close to his feminine side. So, and it's really interesting because sometimes I can tell, like, you know, we'll switch roles. Like, I'll be more on the masculine side, and I'll do that, and he'll be more on the feminine side, and that's really neat to be able to have someone where you can sort of take on different qualities, or they, you know, at different times, and that's fine, you know, which it should be fine. But and we often talk about gender and all kinds of stuff, so it's balance. Yeah. So one tiny paragraph at the end here. The wise old woman is carved larger than life as the main support of the men's dance hall in Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea. The wise woman smiles from shrines in thousands of cathedrals across Europe and lawns in North America. The wise woman is buried in the ground of every country. The wise woman's robe still flows down your back, centering you in the ever-changing, ever-spiraling mystery. Everywhere I look, the wise woman smiles back, and she smiles. So, I just wish they could share the cramps. Oh my God, right? Oh man, I know. And they don't experience the shifting of your body, you know, over the month and stuff like that. So, mine is very understanding though. So, you know, with not having the experience himself. All right, guys. So that is it. We are done with the wise woman tradition. Yay! It only took 15 weeks. Woohoo! And okay, so I will promise to get up these resources because there's a bunch of these are all books. So if you wanted to delve deeper, there's resources on the wise woman tradition, like books like Daughters of the Earth, Crone, Women of Age, Wisdom and Power. We've got stuff like, and that's by, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So, and then a whole section on green witches and goddesses, like drawing down the moon, folk medicine, herbal healing, a bunch of books, The Sacred Hoop, The Holy Book of Women's Mysteries by Z. Budapest. So yeah. So this was sort of written in a time when the internet was not, this was written in 1989. So La Internet was not what it is today. Actually, I don't think it existed in the much. So these are all books, and then I think she has a magazine. I don't know if it's still in business, but so I promise to get this up. I don't know when. So it may be next week. But I promise to get it up in some form, even if I have to type it in, because you know, they're really good references. And then let's see. Woohoo! Yep, we're finished. Your spot, you feminine products, that's awesome. That's a keeper right there. Different women coming up in next section. Okay, you ordered it. Yay! I don't think so, Heather. I don't think so. I think there was something, but I really don't think so. I mean, I became aware of the internet in the mid-90s. So when will I? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we didn't have computers. No, not like that. You know, you had. Well, I mean, we had. You know, you had Apple II, the Apple II desktop. We had computers at school, but not everyone had, like, a lot of people didn't have computers in their houses. And you know, you had like word processing. You know, when you had some games you could play, right? But it wasn't like it is today at all. It's been 20 years since we had internet here. Had to go to the library to use computers, right? Yeah. No, Ontario, like games and chat. No, yeah, right. Yeah, I was in like 10th grade when we got a computer at home, and we had like AOL and stuff like that, which I never went into. the chat rooms because they are kind of scary for me. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know you people. And so I never really, but you know, email, yes. Computer labs in high school, Heather, yes. Yeah, that was a thing. When am I going to post it? I just don't know. It just depends on how I feel. And like I said, even if I have to type it in. And how much time I get. Please, if I do not do it by, you know, next week, please remind me. Please hold me to this. You know, these get away from me. They do. You know, because I got ADD. It's like, you know, which can be good for thinking of thoughts, thinking of ideas, but you know. But awesome. You was, oh no, you were not being a brat, Heather, right? No, it's a good question. When are we gonna get up? So you know. All right, so next week we'll just dive right into the heroic tradition, and that's page 47. And we'll talk about a new way of looking at health and stuff like that. It is a lot shorter, so because her main jam is the wise woman tradition. Her main love, her main. So and then we'll talk about the scientific tradition. And then we'll start, then she's got these awesome spirals. Oh my gosh. So so she's put to visualization the differeces between the traditions, which is great if you're like a visual learner. Junebug, thanks. So it's a big hug. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Tangerine. So yeah, we'll go over that and everything else, and it'll be awesome. And we'll talk more about Nettle and continue on. Oh, the spirals are so great. And I think they're helpful to illustrate what she's talking about. So it'll be a really great like section to summarize like all three traditions at the end, and everything. So okay, so if you have the book, we're going to read page 47. We might also read the first section on page 48. But they're short, so, but you don't have to, because I'm going to read it, you know, out loud if you don't get a chance to read before, you know. Okay, I'm a 11 now. It's so hard to say goodbye though, because I had so much fun. But I have to say goodbye, and then we'll do more nettles. You know, Marilyn, yes, sorry. We are reading Healing Wise by Susun Weed. So, yes, thank you. Wise Women Tradition. Bye, B. Have a good evening. So if you have the book, or if you'd like to get the book, or if you're interested in what we've gone so far, I've got, feel free to watch some of the replays, and you can see what we normally do. Or you don't even have to buy the book, because I just read each section, and we go super slow. So yeah. And she's an herbalist, and she also has a YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of her links down below, so if you want to check out, listen to her speak. She does little short videos on herbs and stuff like that. That is her. She's very prolific in the YouTube world. So anyway, so thank you everyone for coming. It's been, I've had a good time, and I'll see everyone next week, and next Thursday at 11. Should be out at 11 this time instead of 11:30, because I have to work that day. So we will definitely not be going over. It's going to be probably a shorter one. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good day, and bye. Bye. Yeah. The book is also on Thrift Books. That's what Pansy says. So, and I have a link to that as well too. So it's a little, cheaper, but I think it's like $12 new. So it's not an incredibly large, not a hugely expensive book. So, but, okay, bye.